Chairman Crapo and Ranking Member Warner, I want to thank both of you for holding this important hearing on SIPC oversight today. I can tell you not enough attention is paid in Congress to SIPC, and Wall Street has noticed. Wall Street basically runs SIPC their way, and I believe investors really need to beware. I want to take just a minute before we start to underscore an important point that Dr. Kotlikoff makes in his testimony when he says, quote, "Today, no investor can be confident their assets are protected by SIPC as Congress intended when SIPA was enacted," close quote. And I think that is the bottom line, and that should concern all of us. I want to associate myself with those remarks. I think it's important for investors to know this, because broker-dealers across the country plaster the SIPC logo across their doors and their websites and all of their literature. Investors are led to believe that if the broker-dealer fails, SIPC will be there to help them. I can tell you from bitter experience watching the Stanford case, trying to help those victims however I can, that this is just patently false. Congress owes it to investors to act and to change this. We need to decide if we're going to restore SIPC to what Congress intended in the 1970s. Otherwise, we just soon abolish it. The status quo is a really perverse and rigged system that allows Wall Street to suck in innocent investors with these promises that someone's looking out for them to ensure that the system is set up fairly. But then when push comes to shove, SIPC can easily deny those claims for customer protection. Only the lucky few who can find their way into a court with the right kind of experience in these complex transactions has any hope of relief. Most of the victims are forced to return to work with their life savings evaporated. Now, Mr. Harbeck in his statement suggests that the Senate really needs to act on current SIPC nominees. The first nominee, Leslie Baines, is a managing director at Citi and used to work at Chase Manhattan Bank and HSBC. The second nominee, John Mendez, is an equity partner at Latham & Watkins LLP. While they may be perfectly nice people, I don't think they bring the necessary track record of reform and investor protection to SIPC that is desperately needed. If they are confirmed without reforming SIPC, Ms. Baines would continue her day job, for instance, at Citi. Mr. Mendez would continue to be an equity partner at a firm that has grown into a very significant securities litigation practice, including securities, class actions, shareholder litigation defense, and white-collar criminal matters. I can assure you those two nominations will not be confirmed until there is real reform at SIPC. We all saw the trouble that Sharon Bowen had getting confirmed at the CFTC. These nominees, in my opinion, are more of the same. The President needs to nominate two individuals with a track record of reform and investor protection, and we need to act on SIPC reform. Thank you, Chairman Crapo, for holding this hearing, and to our witnesses on the panel for being here. I look forward to our discussion.